Hey everyone, and a massive welcome to all you first-year BA political science students out there. Look, I know university exams can feel, well, totally overwhelming sometimes, but today, we're going to make things incredibly simple. You're tuned into a clear, exam-oriented explainer on Chapter 7, focusing entirely on economic and social rights. We're going to break down all that complex jargon, map out exactly what you need to know, and structure it so perfectly in your head that writing those exam answers is going to feel like absolute second nature. So grab your notebooks, get comfortable, and let's jump right in.
Are education, employment, health, and a dignified life merely facilities, or are they our rights? I want you to really chew on that for a second. We so often look at a great hospital or a really well-paying job as a privilege, right? Just something you're lucky to have. But what if they're actually fundamental to our very existence as citizens? How do these specific rights actually improve our daily lives and shape the societies we live in? That is exactly the puzzle we're solving today.
All right, here's our roadmap for this session. First up, why rights matter. Then we'll look at Pillar 1, economic rights, and Pillar 2, social rights. After that, we'll cover the real-world impact and wrap it all up with expected exam questions. Okay, let's get to it.
Section 1. Why rights matter. Before we start throwing these rights into different buckets for your exam, we really have to understand the basic underlying necessity of having rights in the first place. Think about two scenarios. First up, we've got Child A. This kid gets a solid education, has access to good healthcare when they get sick, and as they grow up, they find fair employment opportunities. And the result? They achieve much better personal development. Now flip it and look at Child B. This child lacks those basic facilities. No consistent schooling, poor healthcare, basically zero job prospects. And because of all that, they lag behind in almost every single aspect of life. And guys, this isn't just some hypothetical story. This happens every single day. Rights are literally the ultimate foundation of equal opportunity. They're the mechanisms that ensure we end up with fewer Child Bs and a lot more Child As in the world.
Section 2, Pillar 1, Economic Rights. Shifting our focus over to how individuals actually secure their livelihood, we hit our very first major framework. Economic rights are rights that give every person the opportunity to live a dignified life and achieve economic security. Now, if you're taking notes, and you definitely should be, underline the phrases dignified life and economic security. Those are your magic keywords. Seriously, examiners are specifically scanning your answers for those exact terms. Basically, it means having the material means to survive without having to resort to begging or facing exploitation.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, here are the major economic rights you'll want to list in your paper. We've got the right to work, which simply means you have the opportunity to earn a living, the right to fair wages, so you aren't being exploited for pennies, equal pay for equal work, ensuring fairness no matter who you are, the right to a safe workplace, because obviously nobody should have to risk their life just to earn a paycheck, and finally, the right to social security, which acts like a safety net during those tough times. Go ahead and memorize this list, because this is exactly the stuff grading rubrics are looking for.
Now, why are these specific rights so absolutely vital? Well, enforcing economic rights directly reduces poverty. It naturally increases employment opportunities straight across the board. It dramatically improves overall living standards, and it strongly promotes economic equality. Think back to Child A from our example a minute ago. These are the exact rights that allowed that child to thrive economically and build a stable, secure future for themselves.
But you know, this raises a really critical question. Let's say a person has a job and fair wages, so they have their economic rights sorted out. Are economic rights alone enough if there's no equal opportunity or respect in society? If someone is earning money but they're treated terribly simply because of their background, are they truly free? This question bridges a pretty vital gap. Economic survival is really only half the battle, because money isn't everything if a person is completely stripped of their basic human dignity.
Which brings us to Section 3, Pillar 2, Social Rights.
Okay, here is your second core definition to memorize. Social rights are rights that provide every person with equality, respect, and a safe life within society. Once again, you've got to lock in on the key words here: equality, respect, and safe life. While economic rights deal with your wallet and your workplace, social rights deal with your humanity and exactly how you're treated by the community around you.
The key social rights include some pretty familiar concepts, but we're viewing them through a slightly different lens here. The right to education isn't just about learning to read, it's the great equalizer of society. Then we have the right to health, which ensures basic physical well-being. The right to equality, both before the law and just generally in the community. Social security plays a role here too, again acting as that social safety net. And crucially, protection from discrimination.
These rights act as a shield, protecting the most vulnerable members of society from marginalization.
The broader societal impact of these rights? Honestly, it cannot be overstated. They provide truly equal opportunities right from birth. They actively protect human dignity. They're the main driver that promotes social justice, and they are absolutely essential to develop the weaker sections of society. It's all about uplifting marginalized groups so that everyone gets a fair start at the starting line.
Now, understanding the direct contrast between these two pillars is a massive requirement if you want to score high marks. Economic rights focus on the material things: poverty reduction, creating jobs, and raising living standards. Social rights, on the other hand, focus on these structural and moral aspects: equal opportunity, maintaining human dignity, and achieving broader social justice. You absolutely need both for a functioning, fair society, but they target completely different aspects of human life.
Section 4. Real-world impact and exam tips.
All right, we've covered the heavy theory. So let's transition over to how you actually execute this on test day. Pay close attention to this, guys, because here is your golden exam tip. Always, and I mean literally always, write economic rights and social rights under entirely separate headings in your answer booklet. Whatever you do, don't mix them up into one giant paragraph. Make it super easy for the examiner to see that you know the difference. And second, provide real-life examples for each. Talk about a specific law for fair wages, or a specific policy against discrimination. Trust me, having a clear structure and concrete examples will significantly boost your grades.
Also, if you ever freeze up during the exam, and it happens to the best of us, just remember this really simple memory trick: ESR. E stands for economic rights, S stands for social rights, and what's the ultimate goal of combining both of those? R, which stands for respect and equality. ESR. If you just jot down ESR on the corner of your exam paper, as soon as you sit down, you're going to instantly recall the entire framework of this chapter and those dual pillars we just talked about.
Section 5. Expected university exam questions. Grab your pen right now. Based on historical data and your core syllabus, these are the highly probable exam questions you're going to face based on today's analysis. Number 1, what are economic rights? Number 2, list the major social rights. Number 3, explain the importance of economic rights. Number 4, why are social rights crucial for human dignity? And the big one, number 5, differentiate between economic and social rights with examples. Look, if you've been following along with this explainer, you are now perfectly equipped to write a comprehensive, top-tier answer for every single one of those questions. You've got the definitions, the lists, the comparisons, and the examples. You're ready.
I want to leave you with one final thought to sort of mull over as you close your books today. Which specific right, whether it's economic or social, do you think is the absolute most critical for the development of your own local community right now? Think critically about your own surroundings, because political science isn't just about passing exams, right? It's about actually understanding the world outside your window. So keep observing, keep studying, and I wish you the absolute best of luck on your upcoming exams.